Charlotte, North Carolina, is the most populous city within North Carolina. Located in the Piedmont, it is the county seat of Mecklenburg County. Based on the most recent census, Charlotte has an estimated population of about 900,000. You can find high rise buildings, downtown Epic Center, and the Charlotte Transportation Center, where if it wasn't for COVID, this place would be very busy right now. City leaders and property owners are all trying to figure out what to do about the homeless situation.
Okay, so what you're looking at is my traveling evangelism circus, if you may, or if I will. And I will, if I may. So we have, well, a 3-in-1, I call it. It's my traveling walker, so I can walk with it without mobility in my right hip due to injuries incurred while running printing presses, desktop publishing, graphic arts, desktop publishing degree.
You're originally from Chicago.
I was born at Ravenswood Hospital on the north side. We lived on Broadway. By the time I turned 3, my grandmother already said, time to move to the suburbs. She overheard 2 policemen guffawing in a back alley conversation. Oh, we shot the nigger and we planted a gun on him and we got away with it. Here, want you want coffee donuts? My grandmother heard that circa 78, 9 and said, we're out of here.
So that brought you to Chicago. To Charlotte.
No, that brought us from Chicago to Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Charlotte, okay.
Bolingbrook, Illinois. I was raised with the suburbanite mentality where excellence is expected. We want you to be, you know, even if you're less fortunate, if you're black. And then that's what got me. I said, listen here, I'm black, I'm not less fortunate. Our genetics are that of the ultimate warriors, man. What do you mean less fortunate? Watch these rebounds. I'm Dennis Rodman on the boards and then I'm Moses Malone on the glass. And if it doesn't go on in the first one, I'm gonna get the rebound. I'm gonna up and under you like Kevin McHale. You're gonna get a foul. I'm gonna go up and under. I had a signature move in '82 before even Jordan. It was James Worthy was my guy. I couldn't palm the ball, but I could dunk 2 hands in reverse in 7th grade. So I said, okay, I can't dunk it. Traffic in the game is too hard. So I'm gonna have a signature move. It's like a swan move, like Dr. J. I jump from the free throw line, right elbow, and I up and under like Ginobili on the left side with the right hand in this hand.
Oh, so you know your basketball,
right? Listen, I'm a basketball lifer.
So, being, and if I can, and correct me if I'm wrong, how did you become homeless, or is there another term that you use?
So fast forward, in 2006, the economy starts to flag in Illinois. grandma's like, I'm gonna go check out property. She did real estate. She did a lot of things. Jack, woman of all trades. So she said, "Oh, we're gonna look for property for neighbors, and I'll see it." All right, well, have a nice trip, Gavin. Just say she took a little Toyota Echo and went on her own little journey. 5-speed manual transmission, an 80-year-old woman driving it, saving money on $4 gas and 52 miles to the gallon. That's how we flipped a $249,000 small house in Illinois and paid cash $110,000 for 3,800 square foot, 10 acres in Ohio on the flip switch. Made $160K cash for a smallie and got a biggie with $160 to boot. Good move, Grandma. Why? Because she comes back to the neighbors were dragging her feet on the property. We bought it. We got 30 days, get the 38 years worth of accumulation, 40,000 record collection, and what have you packed. You got 30 days. You figure it out.
Wow.
So it took me 10 days to figure the logistics of moving all of my belongings of life in one house that we had. Same phone number, 739-621, area code 630. It was area code 302, but it changed. But anyway, so going back, the 4 27-foot moving trucks that it took, then we had to go back for another load to move all of mostly my stuff to Ohio. Moved to Ohio. Then I'm in Ohio. I'm bored. I'm like, man, I did more than a week in Illinois than I did 7 years here. I'm just sitting around playing records in my room, in a big house, and nobody, another dude. So I'm like, okay. My grandmother goes to the VA in Huntington. My mother comes back Huntington, West Virginia.
Yeah,
it's more popular.
Yep.
So then the first night, my mother comes back and answers the phone number. Your grandmother's nurse is a sweetheart, and she's got a big butt just like you like. I'm like, way to go, wingman. Next thing you know, I'm married with a son in Huntington to my mom.
In West Virginia.
My grandma's nurse. Best thing that ever happened to me, the ex-wife.
You hear that? He married his grandmother's nurse.
From the VA hospital.
Wow.
Timberlina Wilburn Mathis. That's my ex-wife. I love you, Timberlina. If you're watching this, I'm sorry that you started fighting. I ended it, but yet you touched me and I told you don't. It ended bad and you did, but I still love you and forgive me. I love you and Arthur. And I'm doing this, all of this to try to get you guys back. That's all I want.
So then you went from West Virginia.
So once I was in West Virginia and then divorced, I said, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of take it upon myself to just, I'm a man. I'm not gonna ask for handouts. I'm not gonna go to shelters where they steal all your stuff and it's just like a culture of criminality, Oh, go to the shelter. No thanks. I'll make my own shelter. Thanks. I'll make anything. I'm part African, I'm part Irish, and I'm part Apache Indian. I do that genetic test, so I can do niggery, I can do Irish ingenuity, and I can do Indian basket weave. So I can make anything I need to make, I'll just make it. So I'm showing you, here's my Indian, here's my Irish, and here's my brother. Yeah, and then, and I'm proud of that. It's like a mosaic tile, if you will, so that it gives me the impetus to design, create, imagine, dream, think, say, do, feel, be, am. And that's what, it's a power and a gift. So I always had it. When I was younger, I had it. They knew I had it. I remember Mrs. Conway, the instrumental, early mentors, all women, always women. Mrs. Conway, oh, you're gifted. We'll take you to the Bulls game. Artist Gilmore, you have to meet Larry Bird. You have to meet the whole Celtics and the Bulls team. Why? Because her husband was Kobe Dietrich, the center for the Bulls. Oh, cool. And you're the teacher's pet. You get 100 on every test, and spelling it, you missed a word. That's why I did printing. I would spell check before they had one. If I see a spelling error, it looks like it's written in red to my brain. So I got like a photographic memory. I don't know if you can hear how I'm talking. It's almost like a computer.
Hey, yeah, very particular.
Well, I was telling you, I don't finish a lot of times because there's so much going on in my head. I had a filter bad where I wouldn't say a thing. I was quiet. I don't want to be embarrassed. Oh my gosh, don't embarrass me. Mm-hmm. And then something happened where I released my filter and I said I took it off. I unplugged it and I threw it in the river so that it would rust and never work again. So that now all it is just my brain connected with my mouth, translating what my brain thinks, and my mouth trying to keep up with the rapid fire thoughts that my brain just, I see that, and here's the analysis. It's almost like a Minority Reporting in this, when you see something, there's the analysis, there's a printout of it. They always think, he's successfully academia-wise. He'll figure out everything else life-wise, and that's not the case where all those open doors lead you right to derail your train. You know what I mean? Where, oh, listen, I'm coming off a marriage that was ended by a fight, a physical fight that my wife started, ex-wife started. I said, don't touch me. I punched her. I lost my 3 Toyota trucks, my Saturn that I had. All my upstairs, whole house full of clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no wonder I'm already popping a minute here, and I already got it popping, because it's not the stuff or the money or the chicks or what have you, any of it, or any of the accoutrement that comes with being anointed with the God-given ability to get said items. That's what that's where the power lies. You know, that's where people get it all mixed up. They're on a quest for this or that, and it ain't any of that. It's none of the stuff. It's the person's anointing to acquire said stuff. And then once you realize that, you start to not want to acquire the things that you had thought you wanted previously, where it starts to become what you don't have. Oh, I have these 12, but I want these 4 I don't. And it's a never-ending thing where you just more and more and more, and it's like,
So if I can, like, where do you stay?
I stay, it's almost like the Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, this was a long, long,
So you're basically on the go and on the move.
no, so I have an address. They always say, oh, you're homeless. Well, happily homeless is the terminology.
Happily homeless.
I've coined the phrase for our lexicon, which I do quite a few. I've got a few I'll give you. Happily homeless. Why? You get way more change spared if they feel you're homeless than if you got it. I'd much rather be on my own than with a filthy alcoholic that gives you money, demands it back, calls the police, and has a drug addict son that steals 3 of your backpacks, Air Jordan, North Face, Pokemon, and 2 pair of Vans, low top Spicoli, black and white checkerboard slip-on, and high top black and white with red and black lace in the right one, white and black lace in the left one for swag points, and I wore them once each, plus 3 pair of slides, brand new Adidas, Adi slides, and 2 Nike, black and white Nike, red and white and blue Nike, all brand new in the backpacks. And the drug addict son, 29 years old, Dustin Smith, comes and steals them while I was asleep. Thanks, racial disparity, whereby they call us nigger, but they steal our clothes and things for trading of methamphetamines while we're asleep. I said, don't you know, this country never we couldn't have done shit here by ourselves. Black people made this fucking country fly. They were the cog in the wheel that made it fucking wheel turn. We were just the wheelers. We had the wheels. They were the wheelers. We were the wheelers up here like this, and they were the ones down there getting the reins on the back, if you will, so to speak, with the country being built from a forest, chopping out the trees with a couple guys and some saws, and the big guy, hay wood, if I may. What's that? Hay and wood. The big black guy that can lift the heavy wood and hay. Haywood. It's a song by Carole King. Panhandling or asking new revenue stream.
You hear that? Asking new revenue streaming. I like that.
And look, and there's always a mask where the police come and they're like, hey, how'd you do today? Great. Spare a little change for your buddy here that's doing pretty well, but still less fortunate. Ask it, and thou shalt receive it. As a hobby. Breathe a new life, a breath of fresh air into an old and dusty tradition panhandling. So, sure, it works out pretty good. I've run the numbers, about 3 minutes, or $1 every 3 minutes. I made $380 the other day. Went shopping, bought some new uniforms, if I might. So then it's like a job interview. And you just go along and you see good people and you say, hey, guys, how are you? Spare a little change for those of us who are a little less fortunate, if you will. So then they're like, "Here, it's $20. Isn't that enough?" Sure, thanks, guys. And I got different deliveries too. If you want the Celtic one. All right, here we go. Spare a little coin for those of us a wee bit less fortunate. Very well. Or we got the suburbanite, the Greg Brady, huh? Hey guys, Greg Brady here, checking in. We got a little break from our co-ed and traditional sports activities. Spare a little spirit and spare a little change for our sports teams, what have you. Thanks, guys. Greg Brady, check it out. See you later.
One of the homeless guys named Arthur, originally from Chicago. Now he's down here in Charlotte, via West Virginia, I think. But a very articulate and very smart guy, I must say. So I'm gonna continue to make my way around and talk to more of the homeless, or happily homeless. This is what Arthur called them. But yeah, so we'll see what happens.
And most of the homeless make their money through panhandling or sometimes selling water. Here we have Anthony. Yeah, we'll meet him later. And what you see here is a fence that is draped with blankets and sheets. One of the blankets actually says love, hope, peace, and faith. Speaking with some of the homeless, they've actually lost some of the faith.
So I've actually made my way over to another community. As you can see, it's, again, kind of set up just like a community. You got your trash cans to throw your trash away. I was actually out here late last night. There was one guy out here who was actually taking out trash and putting out cots for people. So again, they operate as a community. Not sure what this particular community is called, but. And then if you look off there in the distance, see if I can get you a better picture. Back there, that one bathroom services this whole community. So I just finished at least trying to talk to the owners and the management of the establishment, which is a storage unit, a storage facility, I should say. And they couldn't really talk to me about it because of, I guess, some of the things that are going on within the city about the homeless and around the property. And so he really didn't want to talk to me, which I kind of understood. And he just said, hey, if you go on the news and you go online and you look at what's going on in the city of Charlotte with the homeless, you'll get to pull everything basically that you needed. So that's what I'm gonna wind up doing. I actually looked up some stuff last night, but I'm gonna tell you, it's very, very sad. And their concern, as you can see, there's homeless people, or again, happily homeless people is what I learned yesterday, that are just lined up in front of his facility, and he really can't do anything about it. There's also one owner who's trying to kick property or kick residents off of their land, and they're actually suing the city. So I'll try to find that article and post that as well. But you know, it's very, very just very sad. Kind of pulls at you a little bit. Again, that we are blessed. And, you know, when you think you're at one of your lowest points, you're like, man, I want to give up. Just think how these people, they managed to make it work with living on food and donations, makeshift fires, and just basically doing what they can. I met one family earlier today, 3 or 4 tents in the area, and the whole family lives in just that one little housing complex or development, whatever you want to call it, if I may. And it's just crazy how that happens. And again, come January the 1st, it's supposed to get worse. So I don't know what the city of Charlotte's going to do. But I'll tell you what, something needs to happen real quick. All right, I'm going to continue to walk around and talk to some more folks and see what I can do to help. But yeah, on a mission. So made my way to another community right here in Charlotte. Again, this one is actually right off the interstate, 277. I don't need to go.
Bonnie.
Bonnie? Okay. And Bonnie, where are you from?
I am from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina, Fort Bragg area.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so how did you get to Charlotte?
I've been in Charlotte back and forth a long time now.
Okay.
I graduated from school in Charlotte, so I've been here for a minute now. I just go back and forth.
Okay. And then, how long have you been out here?
Oh, I don't be out here.
Okay.
I'm just out here now.
So then you, yeah. So you mentioned there's Tent City. There's 4 communities?
There's 4 units.
4 units.
You got Unit 1, Unit 2 is down there by the Circle K, Unit 3 is behind the Music Factory, and Unit 4 is like right around the corner from the Music Factory.
And then have you seen the numbers increase? And
Oh, hey, you just missed it, baby. It was like 60, over 1,800 tents over there. It done decreased. They just moving.
so they moved from one community to another community?
Pretty much. And now people are building their own communities.
Okay.
You got the All Black, you got the Migos, you got the Beverly Hills down the street.
So there's different diversity, different cultures in different areas. So why not a mixture? Do they not just get
You
along?
got some mixture, but see when you mix it, you turn around, this is what you get. You get a mess. When you mix all animals that don't belong together. You know what I'm saying? You put a lion, a giraffe, and a zebra. They ain't gonna go together. So people gotta go where they belong. And not everybody belong out here. It's a jungle. It's drugs and everything else. They got them out here.
Well, I think I saw some of that. I saw prostitution. I saw drugs.
Baby, prostitution. That's too much of a respectable word. What they doing out here?
Okay.
Prostitution. That's okay.
Well, I'm just I didn't. That's what
all
I'm.
the above out here. Okay. I'm
Wow.
surprised you been out here this long.
Yeah, this is how some celebrate Christmas. They build their own makeshift Christmas tree.
Come here, girl. He taking you want to see your Christmas tree, girl. Come Tell about your Christmas tree.
Shut the fuck up.
I guess there's some lady named Sunny whose Christmas tree this is and kind of built it. Yeah, so I just finished talking to some of the residents of these local communities out here that I'm starting to find out that there are multiple communities within the city of Charlotte, again, within Tent City, broken up by blacks, whites, Hispanics, so everybody kind of has their own little community, I guess you can see. Oh, I guess you can call it. I guess it's not so much diversified as I thought. But the way one lady expressed it or kind of related to me or communicated to me that if you put all these animals that don't belong together in a fence or in a cage, you're bound to have some disruptions. So I guess that's why everybody has their own community, and then if you even get kicked out of one community, you pick up, you move, and you possibly either make your own community or you move to another community. I'm just telling you, it's amazing how people live like this. Some of them manage. I also found out that some of them want to be out here. There are no rules. They don't have to abide by any rules. And some just come out here looking for a job. I met two men on the corner. They come to this corner every morning hoping somebody would stop and give them a job, or the local shelter is also trying to help them. So it's interesting how the dynamics, how everything goes. I really wanted to get out here and see if I could help and do what I could to help these people. Most of them, again, right, they're okay on food. What I found out is just for these cold weathers, these temperatures, cold temperatures, they need blankets, jackets, coats, mini stoves, mini heaters, and anything that keeps them warm at night, because it does get really cold. When it does get real cold, sometimes they're all rounded up and moved into a shelter. But then again, you wind up having things stole from you while you're in the shelter. Fights break out, drugs, things of that nature. But I just think it's very interesting how this is happening within the city of Charlotte. And then come January 1st, I heard it was supposed to get worse. So yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing, see what I can do to help, and try to make that change. Yeah, this is just another example of a family. Everybody in this one section is one family. As you can see, they have the coolers outside. That's how they keep their food warm. Hoping nobody comes and steals it. But that's the risk you take. Because if you keep food inside your tent, what happens is the rats and the roaches and the bugs tend to come in, and you then will have a rat-infested, roach-infested tent. One guy told me a rat actually ate through his tent, came and grabbed, just to get all his food, and he had to basically throw the food away. Some of it he tried to salvage and keep, but yeah, this is how it's going down. in Tent City. I don't know if they have different names for the communities, but as I start to walk around, I find more and more communities. Again, it's funny that it's outside of 277, but once you go under the bridge, you won't see any of this. So as you can see, this is just one part of Tent City. Things change when you get to the other side of 277, which wraps the city of Charlotte. You know, in town, within that beltway or the loop, however you want to call it, you won't see this. But as soon as you cross that interstate of 277, this is what you see. These people really have their own makeshift city. I probably shouldn't say these people, but the homeless, or a new term that I found today was happily homeless. But if you look just how Tent City is, this is where they sleep. This lets you know how really blessed that some of us are. Behind me, this is just part of Tent City, up on the hill. Again, it's outside of 277, the Beltway. As you can see, this is what they have. So here's what we have. We have a porta-john, restroom, bathroom, whatever you want to call it. And this is stationed for the homeless. So they use this as they come up, wash their hands, use the bathroom, you know, whatever. But my producers have just informed me that this becomes more than a bathroom as it gets darker. Prostitution. There have been sightings where some of the homeless, they do conduct their prostitution business in the porta-johns or the little restrooms here. That just lets you know how serious it is out here with the homeless. Activity is being taking place in the porta-john. But again, you probably won't see that until the nightfall has come, which is starting to do right now. Yeah, it's nighttime, and nighttime is starting to fall. At this time of night, anything could happen down here in the homeless community. I don't know. We're gonna try to check some of the things out, see what some of the people go through, how they live, where they sleep, and again, just out here trying to bring awareness. But yeah, the sun is going down. It's getting a little chillier out here now, and yeah, it's doing pretty good. People are starting to look up the street. People are bringing up clothes, dropping off food. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. All right. I'm out here with Judy Mosier, and she's going to tell us a little about what she's doing, how she's gotten involved, and how she's out here trying to help the homeless. Again, I never knew about this until 3 weeks ago, so it was just shocking to see how this was when I came out here. So Judy, can you give me an idea of what do you do?
Well, I actually work for a hospital, but I was looking on Facebook and I saw where a good friend of mine who's a cat rescuer had photos of Tent City and asking for help.
Okay.
And my friend David and I had actually come through here going to a veterinarian office down there, and we had actually seen a lot of this, but not to this degree. And so we immediately started getting involved, and I did a fundraiser on Facebook.
Okay.
We've generated almost $2,000, and we've purchased and had donated tents and cots, sleeping bags, just a multitude of items. We've been out here maybe 13 or 14 times already. Okay. And we've gone to all the different communities because they're kind of laid out in different places. And tonight, some friends of ours brought firewood.
So this is how they keep warm?
Yes.
So where do they build it without it being a fire hazard, I guess?
Somehow they do build it without it. Some of them have barrels.
They dig a hole, okay.
And also we have, we bring socks and belts and clothes and lots of warm coats, blankets, pillows, and food and toiletries. So we are, I think a lot of these people know us by name now because we've been out here so many times.
So what do you see the big thing that they need? What's the biggest thing? Because when I was here a couple of weeks ago, on the corner is where the car accident ran through, jumped over the curb and hit those tents and destroyed their tents.
Oh my goodness.
So now people, you had to write on it, which I just found out, occupied.
Oh.
So the city wouldn't throw it away.
Yeah, we're having trouble with dropping donations, and we actually had 2 8-foot tables out here, and somebody took them, like the city took them.
Oh, wow.
And destroyed them, and I don't understand why they would do that. There's just a little tiny table back here that doesn't hold anything. So that was kind of discouraging. And we've, I think every little community kind of watches out for others in that community, and that's, important. Because
So you say community, meaning, so like, and again, I'm new, I'm trying to understand it. So you're saying this is one community.
Yes.
Small campsites.
Small campsites.
Yes, and I call them little communities, but you're right, small campsites.
Okay.
And as you can see, the one across the street is a big one, a large one.
Yeah, they have their own fenced-in property.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
And then there's another one back here that's all fenced in, sort of like this, and there's just tons of, and tarps, and so a lot of the tents are getting rat and mice infested. Because they keep food in their tents, because otherwise they won't have it. If they leave it outside their tents, they won't have it.
Okay.
So anyway, that's flashlights, batteries. They all are asking for batteries, because batteries are something they really, really need to run their flashlights, to see at night. Oh yeah, books. We brought a lot of books because that's
books.
Yeah, books are really important.
And glasses.
Yeah.
Does it I guess any type glasses, reading glasses?
Reading glasses.
Okay.
Because so many are without their glasses, and they can't. So we've kind of, one guy asked us for a Bible.
Okay.
So we got that donated. And he needed reading glasses to read it, actually. Okay. So there's been, quite a few different things that people have asked us for, but we've mostly tried to replace tents that are like somebody had a tent burnt down right there.
Yeah, so I saw that a couple of weeks ago. It was a tent burnt down.
Yes. And I don't know. I've understood that the city is taking our donations, and I hope that's not the case, because these are really heartfelt donations that people are giving us. So.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I'd like to thank you for your time and appreciate what you're doing. Again, my job is to try to help bring more of awareness to the homeless in the city of Charlotte. I'm not from Charlotte. I'm from Virginia. And this right here, I've never seen. So it's enlightening to me. I'm going to do what I can to kind of help out. So, but yeah, I've been down here during the day. I said, well, let me go during the night, because I want to be able to understand what happens in the day and then what happens at night. Transition, something kind of starts.
It tugs at your heart big time, especially when the temperatures go down to 26. So that's why we've had a lot of recent donations,
Okay.
firewood and stuff like that. So we didn't intend to make this a long-term project, but it's kind of turned into that.
Yeah.
Once you're down here doing this kind of work, you just sort of keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
Man.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All righty.
All right.
Appreciate it. So here we have Christy Polk, originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I want to ask you a couple of questions, right? Because again,
Okay.
I want to know your story, how you got here, what help do you need? So again, give me a little bit of your background.
I was brought up in the system, in the state system,
Okay.
and my family disowned me because of the color of skin I was interested in, black men. And it turned me into doing drugs. I've been clean going on 4 months.
Good.
I got the best man I can ask for. What we need out here is propane heaters, propane tanks.
When in the cold, when it's
Yes.
winter, okay.
Winter months are the worst months, especially with the COVID going on. It's getting bad out here. People are setting tents on fire. We need tents. We need blankets.
Okay.
We need firewood. Anything anybody can help with, we need it.
Okay. So you said your husband or your man.
Yeah, he's right over there in the FBI shirt.
Okay. And how did y'all meet? Oh, she's getting a call.
Hey, baby, hold on. All right. Excuse me. Anyway,
So tell me how you and your husband met.
we met December the 1st of 1998, the very first time, and we've been knowing each other 22 years,
And where did y'all meet?
right in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever what life I used to be in, which was a stripper, and he came into the club, I never thought it would be a relationship. It started out good, but I let the drugs control me, and him split up. But now, there's no separating us.
Okay. All right.
And he's somebody that I've been looking for him, he's been looking for me for a long time. We got 3 beautiful kids in Atlanta,
Oh wow. Okay.
and it's just hard on us because we can't see our kids. I wouldn't bring my kids out here.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, they're ready to go. Her husband
But-
came up. So I'm actually talking with her because we're trying to bring awareness to what's
The stuff
going
we
on out
need,
here
babe.
and what you need and things like that. You know, she was telling me about tents, wood.
Portable heater, portable.
Oh, I'm just telling you. You said tents, portable heaters.
Portable heater tents, portable heater tents, portable stove.
already hurts right here in his mouth, but we're good. The Marlins and the Gardeners are raising the dead inside this one vessel. There's a war on the way. It's a Banjaha, Jambadi. That's Rasta for a different run. But anyways, we told these people we speak English for them. Told them I was Kaleo. I don't know if they know what that means. I told them I was Rabbanwan. They didn't know what that means. I told them I'm Jiahanwan. So I just started telling them I was Anthony Bryce Corti now. Because that's what they keep saying. I said, okay, I can be that. But some other Hong Shong Shines and Lufang Kines, they don't listen to our show home. Ever seen Long Hong Kang inside this one pipe? But yeah, man, so there's a war on the way.
How long you been out here?
Know me? Well, not that long. Not that long. About 3.5 years.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be judged, especially where we live.
Yeah.
And then you take about the criticism or the hatred that people have because we stand out here innocent. Like, even the police hate it, and people up there hate it, even if we modify, like, they hate the fact, if we put a smile on our face. Stupid shit. If people out here are so petty and jealous of one another, when you start to elevate your situation, I'm talking about just having another team bigger than yours, they would hate that.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. What? You online. Look, then you have police officers come out here. Let's say if you stuff on the way like Christmas. Y'all give away a lot of good stuff. And we got stuff with our kids in there. And then somebody say, I'm tired of that motherfucker. You dirty up, I collect too much shit. They had the police come out here and collect your shit without a fair warning. I had to tell one officer, yo, motherfucker, before you grab my shit, like an eviction notice, put a warning on there.
For $1 about a job, they get scared and say I don't have it. Another.
We gonna be for you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, man, that's good looking out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on top where I got my 10 at. Cause I got a broken hand. I got lead poison from 9/11, all that. I don't complain for that. It happens. Life happens so fast. You gotta manage with it. It's proper preparation for poor performance at all things. I'm saying you gotta believe in God.
And what's your name again?
My American name is Jane David Winters, but everybody calls me Malachi.
My name is Antonio Howard, and I've been out here for a minute, and this is not what we want. They talk about they want to do something for us, but that's
So speak on what y'all need out here.
we need everything.
Okay.
It's not like we need for the city to come up here and help us clean up and all that.
Okay.
No, we need everything. We need it all.
Okay. All right. So again, I'm trying to make awareness to the homeless.
Yes.
This here in Charlotte.
Yeah, but the home they look at the homeless like, okay, they up here, and then look what the man said. The homeless is up here taking my property, so I can't sell it.
Okay. And what's your name again?
Antonio Howard.
Antonio Howard from South Carolina.
Times are changing.